Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes, two.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 19 and the younger one is 14.
Same dad?
No,
No.
I
Have,
wouldn't be. I wouldn't be that silly. I believe in marriage. I wouldn't be with a man 5 years without being married.
what? Have you been married?
No, I'm
So you
saying
said you would.
I couldn't stay with the same guy for 5 years without being married to him. That would be silly, I think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when the next videos are posted. Another Kendra G reaction video. The entire video, as always, pinned to the comments section. You heard the woman. She's got two kids about 5 years apart. Two different men said it would be silly to have kids with the same man and not be married 5 years apart. But she's got two kids by two men she's never been married to. That sounds crazier. Anyway, here we go.
All right, Ada, let's do the Kendra cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Okay, so oh gosh, I literally changed into my PJs. Let's see if we can get this to work. My room is a hot mess.
This is always so irritating, the way they complain about how they're dressed or not dressed. Maybe it's a lot harder to get on this show than I realized. I've heard people say, well, I've been trying to get on, couldn't get on. I didn't think you would pick me. But if you are trying to get on, in the rare event that you get picked, maybe you should be dressed appropriately. Maybe you should look decent. I mean, she looks fine, but maybe you should be dressed appropriately. How about that?
But I don't know if you can see.
Okay, we see you.
Sorry, I was hoping to be looking better whenever you finally chose me to be on the show, but at least I have some makeup on.
Yes. You listen. Ada, quick question. Do you typically date men in the salary category that you're requesting?
So I'm actually like a true Christian in the way that I've never really judged people by how much they make, what they bring to the table. And so I've dated men I didn't even know how much they make. My last ex literally lied so hard. I don't even know if he makes up to 50K a year, right? So I typically don't ask the questions, I guess, because I trust you easily. So I'm pretty sure I've dated men who made less. And the truth is, Kendra, I train people if you have a first degree in this country, or you have a first degree and you make less than 100K, I'm in an industry where I can train you, coach you to get a job making more. And so I feel like a man who is willing to work hard, who listens to me, can actually increase their income by just knowing me. So I think that people can grow essentially if they want to. So I don't really judge too hard, but you can't just come here and be a bum, give me nothing and let me date you, because there's nothing in it for me, right?
Oh, yes. This is every man's dream. A woman to guide him, a woman to coach him, a woman to train him. Oh, yes. Every man wants a woman telling him what to do. Good Lord. Just because she's got an accent and she is foreign even doesn't mean she's traditional. Ugh.
Okay, so now if a guy made 50K, are you saying you can help him get to 100K?
If he has a college degree, yes, I could coach him. I mean, it's not something that's free.
What? It's not something that's free. Is she pretending to date so that she can charge men to coach them and train them? It's not something that's free. You say you want to build a boo. What is going on here? If he's only making $50,000, how's he supposed to pay you? What is happening?
But I could coach him. I just feel like my friends, all my friends make over 100K, and some of them is because I coach them to do what they're doing right now. And so
are these female friends or guy friends?
Female friends.
Okay, but you want to date a guy?
Of course, but I'm just saying if a guy would listen, you know, like my friend, 'cause I'm just saying I could help somebody grow is what I'm saying, Kendra. And I've done it before, so I know I can do it, right?
Okay, fair enough. Let's keep going. What's the age range you would date, Ada?
35 to 55.
35 to 55. Okay. Ada, when was your last relationship?
I broke up, or I guess the relationship, I figured it had ended by the end of July.
Of this year?
Yes.
Why did it end?
Well, the real truth, Kendra, is I dated somebody who, I don't know, he had a lot of issues. I tell you, he literally just wouldn't get on the phone and talk to me. Like, he still sent me a text message yesterday, but he stopped talking to me because of some stuff he did, and he wasn't willing to, you know, communicate and get past that. So I figured his emotional intelligence wasn't good enough, or, you know, just, I don't know, why would somebody not pick up the phone and talk? It's just weird. I don't know.
Was that a relationship, or were you guys dating?
He was a relationship. Like,
how long were you in a relationship for?
Since December, so about 8 months.
So it was exclusive relationship from December to July.
Yes.
And when did he stop talking to you?
By end of July. He just wouldn't get on the phone and talk, but he'll text all day.
Did you see him? Did y'all live in the same city?
Well, he lives in Jersey. So he lives in the tri-state. He lives close to here, actually.
When did you see him last before y'all broke up?
In July. Literally the week before.
And he never gave you an explanation of why.
He just said he needed to sort himself out, that he wasn't ready, like, emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So you don't have to answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
In July, with
July.
the same person.
You know, I never remember a time in history where there was so much long distance dating. And the internet, social media certainly has a lot to do with it. If you and the person are not in the same physical space, that is not a relationship. Here's what happened. They had the long distance relationship. They finally meet up funky fresh in the flesh. He pounds it out, knocks it down, and now he's finished. He's done because he understands and he realizes you didn't hear this part, but she's in Houston. He's in New Jersey. What kind of relationship can that be? So he got in there, he got what he wanted, and he's done. So that was not a relationship. That was him waiting to hit. She's supposed to be so smart. What is happening?
Yeah.
All right, so are you waiting for another relationship for that step again?
Quite honestly, I'm waiting for marriage for that step again, Kendra. I feel like I'm not ready to mix body fluids with people anymore until I'm sure they really say and want what they say. They say what they want and they really do want what they say, right? So that's kind of where I am. Like I'm literally waiting till marriage, or waiting till a commitment like marriage. So really waiting till marriage, because I'm just not gonna do it anymore, because it just,
You know, this is very telling, so telling. So she gets burned once with this 8-month quote-unquote relationship. So now she's going to a different extreme. In order to get it, now you have to marry her. This is crazy. She is 43 years old. That stuff, I don't care how good it looks. I don't care how well preserved it may appear. She is old. No man is waiting around to hit.
It's too much.
Let
rubbish.
me run it back to you. I'm going to run it back to you, the requirements. So
Okay.
You prefer a guy 75K bare minimum, but ultimately you would like him to make 100K because
Yes.
of the lifestyle you want to live. And now you
Yes.
just threw out there that you also do not want to have sex until you are married.
Yes.
So you want to, because I remember you mentioned travel, right?
It just keeps piling on and piling on. Gotta give a shout out to Thon Lexi Blacklight Podcast on this one. You've got another Travelicia is a name he's dubbed for them, these women who like to travel. You're from a whole different country. Haven't you traveled enough, ma'am?
Yes.
So you want to travel, let's just throw out, I'll use Mexico. So you want to travel to a place like Mexico together, nice sun, him paying for you, but you guys are not going to have sex while you're in Mexico.
Absolutely. If we're dating for marriage, there shouldn't be a problem with that. Because Kendra, the thing is, he can't afford to pay for me, right? If he's paying for sex, he can't afford to pay me. So, like, you know, like, I don't think people should throw that out like the guy is paying for sex. If you're dating someone that you want to marry, and you are investing in your own life too, right? Because like right now, I just met up with an ex who, you know, he thinks is a man about town, handsome guy and doing well. And the dating, should I call it the streets, is rough for everybody. And if you're a woman, or even if I was a man today who was trying to get married, and that's why I say you have to be honest. Because if you're trying to have sex, there are a lot of girls who want to have sex. Go take them to Mexico and have sex. But if you're trying to get married to a quality woman, that's an investment in your life.
The more she talks, the worse it gets. Now, she says some really irrational things throughout this. So when you see a woman who, and I mean, she's a legit beauty. She's got the bone structure, the lips, eyes, technically a beauty. And she's gotten to 43 and she's never been married because she is crazy. Run, run, run when you see women like this.
And so, you know, it's not a payment for my sex, because no man can pay me for sex. I'm sorry, like, I no, my rate would be in the millions. I'm rich, bitch! Sorry.
Her rates will be in the millions for sex. So you meet this guy who makes more than 100K. He's attractive, and he knows firsthand that you are not having sex until he marries you. So that will take a while, you know, to date to marriage. I'm assuming, let's just, on the low end, I would think maybe 6 months, right? You got to at least date. Exactly. That's on the low end. It can take longer than 6 months. And again, I'm just throwing things out here, right? So 6 months. So you want him to take you to Spain.
Oh, okay. Now, look, this is very entertaining, very engaging. This was a pretty long interview, so I had to cut some things out. She said that Mexico wasn't really good enough for her. She needed a more exotic trip, so that's how they got to Spain.
And all of that and all the things that come with it, but you guys will not be having sex. Would you be in separate rooms?
No, actually. I actually dated a guy. We went to December because we both wanted to go to New York and do Broadway shows and stuff. And we came to New York last year. We had a room with 2 pin bands. And we were fine. Like, I just feel like I'm 43 years old, Kendra. I date guys in their 50s. Men in their 50s who want to have sex with everybody they're dating. They're actually dirty. Like, that's not cool. That's not okay. Society can make it okay, but it's not. You're just exchanging body fluids with a bunch of people. A lot of times they don't even use protection. And nah.
And we're going to leave it there. Kendra, and it's a good video, like I said, it's pinned to the comment section. You want to watch the whole thing because Kendra goes into, now she knows a lot of men, and she says this, she knows a lot of men with a lot of money, and she does not know one that would take a woman all around the world and not have sex with her, because that man does not exist. And some trollop in the comment section insisting that it did. Kendra said, produce him then. Since you know who he is, if she knew who he was, she'd have him. So this is just a load of bull. But this is an example of what the late, great Kevin Samuels would call a waste of pretty. But when there's a lot of crazy intermixed in with the pretty, this is how you get to be 43, wanting to be married in a real way and never having the opportunity to get married. The guy courts her for 8 months. He gets it once, and he's not even trying to make a return trip. He'll text her, and if it's open and available, he'd do it. But he doesn't even want to talk anymore. He was so annoyed. Well, until next time, that's it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so that you know when the next videos are posted.